Good morning, everybody. This is Tennessee Country Boy. Up here in Memphis, Tennessee again. Just unloaded something here at Herbalife, here off of Cumberland Street, I think's the name of it, off of Kirby Parkway, Crumpler Road. That's the name of it. Waiting on the boss to send me some directions or some what to do next. He's got something he needs to pick up. He had some banding or something he wanted picked up, so he called me and asked me what I want to buy and pick it up, and that's what I'm doing. I'm sitting there waiting on the address and waiting on directions on how to get there. He ought to be sending that just any time. And I thought, since I was sitting here doing nothing anyway, but just waiting and looking at the pretty sunshine, I would do a little vlogging. And it's Friday. Yes, it's Friday. Means a weekend full of doing nothing. Well, actually, I'm lying. My little boy, he turns 4 today. We are going to have a birthday party for him tomorrow. Probably have a house full of people and a lot of food to eat. He actually didn't want anything really for his birthday. He didn't really say anything that he wanted. So my wife decided to get him a little cheap tablet, a little 7-inch tablet, and we went ahead and gave it to him yesterday, and he seems to love it. So matter of fact, we can't even keep the battery charged. As soon as it charges up a few minutes, he's ready to play. So I think he likes that. I think we're going to have like pizza for the birthday party. It's about as cheap to do that as it is to buy anything to cook, because you don't have to use any electricity. You don't have to do anything. You just go pick it up, bring it home, and everybody eats. I don't think it's going to be a lot of people there. Maybe 15, 20 people, maybe. To give you an update on my deal with my dad, we did have my dad cremated. I got his ashes back the other day. They're at my house, and I miss him. I miss him really bad. I think about him every day, all day long, and I guess it's kind of hard not to, because me and my dad were real close. We pretty much spoke every day over something, whether it be about work or about this or about that. But we spoke pretty much every day, and it's hard not to be able to call him and ask him how he's doing and this, that, and the other. But I guess I'm doing pretty good with it, as good as expected. I have my days. I have good days and bad days. Like I said, he never leaves my mind. He's always on my mind, and I'm constantly thinking about him. But I know he's at a better place, and I think that's one thing that makes me feel good, or makes me feel better. Don't make me feel good, but it makes me feel better. When my dad passed away, by the way, he passed away on January the 1st of this year, so it's been 2 weeks and 2 days. When he passed away, he left me and my sister a spot of land that it's been in our family probably over 100 years. It's only like 48 acres, but it's sorry about that. That's my CB. That thing ain't said anything the whole time, and now it's talking. Funny how that works, huh? But yeah, it's he left that to us, and it's got a little house on it, the house he lived in, and it's in really good shape. It's only about 10 years old. I think he finished the house in 2003. It's about 10 years old. The land is actually some good land. It's real good land. It's quite a few turkey, quite a few deer. Just pretty much anything you want to do. I have killed a lot of deer off of it. I've never been turkey hunting on it. Honestly, I've never even been turkey hunting. But anyway, it's good for deer hunting. I've killed quite a few bucks and a whole bunch of does. So is my dad and some of my dad's friends. It's about 50 miles outside of Memphis, Tennessee, east of Memphis, Tennessee. Actually about 60 miles east of Memphis, Tennessee, out in the country. The house and the land is actually off the road by about a half a mile. So you don't have to worry about a lot of people driving by, the road being real busy. Usually when me and my wife and the kids go over there, my kids stay outside and play because there's no traffic. So there's just not a lot of ways for them to get hurt unless they doing something they don't need to be doing. But and of course kids are going to do that. But he left us the land. He left us. My dad has a big shop. I say a big shop. I think it's like a 30 by 40 or something. And he had a bunch of tools. He's been a welder. Been a welder and a logger all of his life. And I mean, we've got power tools. We've got chainsaws. We got forklifts, tractors, bush hogs, disc planters, stuff like that. And I actually plan on doing a garden this coming up the summer of this year. I actually plan on doing a little garden. Of course, I live about an hour away, hour and 10 minutes away from where my dad lived, but it's not that bad. But with gas as high as it is, it's kind of expensive to drive down there. So we don't go as often as we'd like. But come this summer, I'm going to try to get a garden started and try to, raise some stuff. My dad always did. He always had a small garden and raised, different things, green beans, tomatoes, watermelon, stuff like that. And he really enjoyed it. So I'm going to try it, see what I can do. I don't know much about it, so I'll have to get some help. But he had a few projects going when he died. He was working on a couple of tractors he had bought, and he was working on a 16-foot utility trailer. He had actually bought it from a friend of mine, and it needed wasn't no floor in it. The floor had rotten it out, and some of the bracing for the frame of the trailer, like underneath the metal pieces underneath that hold the floor up, some of those were bent. Some of the railings around the top of the trailer were rusted out. So my dad, being a welder, he went in and fixed all that, put new metal in, rebraced everything on the bottom, rebraced the fenders, did all kinds of stuff to it. But that's as far as he got before he got sick. So now I've got to go in and sand it down. Pretty much the bracing part is done. So I'll have to go in and sand the metal down and get it ready for paint, and then paint it, and then put a floor in it. And he had already had the wheels that were on it. He already had those sanded down and painted. He'd done that himself. And so I'm going to paint the trailer and put the wheels on it, and it's ready to go. I mean, it looks awesome right now, even without paint, and even without the sanding and the paint. Even without that, it still looks good. It would be okay to put a floor in it right now, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and paint it because that's what he wanted to do. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. He also had like an 801 Ford tractor, an older model, like a 60-something model, I think. He actually got it tore down and had some of the engine components reworked. So I'm gonna, like 2 days before he got sick and went in the hospital, he went and picked up some of the parts to get it back together, which was the crankshaft and different things. So now I've got to buy a bearing set, the rod bearings and main bearings, stuff like that, and put it all together, and hopefully get it up and running. I mean, it'd be a nice looking second trailer, I think, or second tractor, I think. My dad already had one. It was a little diesel, 801 diesel, 60-something model, and he's had it for probably 20 years, 25 years, and we use it for everything, bush hogging, disking, plowing, whatever. We used it for everything, even pulling logs, and it actually did a real good job. And we still get out there and mess around with it now, just every now and again. But I think I'm going to try to finish that tractor and finish that trailer. I will I'm going to try to get over there to my dad's house and get some videos of the land and walk around the land life while I was some different things, because I lived there when I was younger, lived there for years till I was up 16 or 17 when I left home, and I've got a lot of good memories there, and I'd like to share them with you guys. And it's really nothing special, but it's special to me. Show you some of the things my dad was proud of on his land, and some of the things he acquired while living there. He's lived there, or we've lived there, I guess. He's lived there for 30 years, 35 years, something to that effect. And it's been in our family. My grandpa and my great-grandpa and my great-great-grandpa all owned that property. And when I was little, my dad bought it from my grandpa, from his dad. And it's been in our family ever since. So I think I'm going to get over there and get some videos and show y'all some things, and show you some old things, and show his shop and his, the land, the fields, the deer houses where I deer hunt and stuff like that. And it's pretty neat. It's nothing special, but it's special to me. Me and my sister have decided that we're going to not really sell anything. He had a bunch of stuff what I would call junk. He would not call it junk. He'd always say, well, you might want to keep it because you never know when you're going to need it, which I guess technically is true. But it's some of the stuff, if you ask me, is like it's old and junk. But some of the stuff I just can't sell. He's got different things that meant a lot to him. He had a little four-wheeler. It was a Articat 250 two-wheel drive four-wheeler, and that meant a lot to him. So of course I'll never sell that. And then he had his tractors and his forklifts and different things like that. He loved those things, and he just never would get rid of them. So I don't think I will either. I think I'm gonna keep most of that stuff. He's got a few little odd ends. He's got an old Jeep. It's an old Willis Jeep, it's either a 1952 or 1955. I think I'm going to get rid of it. I got a couple people interested in buying it. My dad actually had it running 20 years ago, 15, 20 years ago. And me and him used to get out and ride it up and down the fields and stuff. But it's he got sick and had his first strokes about 15 years ago, 12, 14, 15 years ago. He had his first strokes, and after he got sick, when he got sick, it sit up a lot, so it just sit there forever, and it just wouldn't run. He couldn't get the crank, so he just kept letting it sit there. And now it's done sit there, and the seats have there's not even any padding or any cover on the seats. It's all gone. I guess the weather has rotting it out, or whatever the case may be. But I've got a couple people interested that talked about restoring it, and I may just do that. I actually do have the title to it, so I thought about getting rid of it. It's white. It's got a lot of rust, and the tires are probably dry rotted. I don't know about the transmission, and again, like I said, I knew the engine run. I don't know what it would take to get it running, so I'm not going to worry with it. I think me and my sister decided to get rid of it, and all of his other projects, like that little 16-foot trailer and the tractor, I'm gonna try to get those up and going, and do those things for him. I think that would give him put a smile on his face. Of course, he had other things going, but he had so much going. I don't know what he had going and what he didn't have going. So I think he had too much going to be not a very busy man. He was extremely busy, if that makes any sense. He always wanted to do things for other people. He did mostly for other people. He would stop what he's doing for himself to do something for somebody else, and that was just my dad. That's just him. I'm also going to get a picture of my dad and put it up on my channel, let you guys see him, and he was one of a kind. Won't never be another one like him, that's for sure. I'm going to try. I was actually going to do some videos yesterday, and I pulled out my camera. I got a little Canon point and shoot for my vlogs. I pulled out my camera. I went to turned it on, and guess what? Didn't have a memory card in it. So I forgot to put it in the night before. So last night I carried it home and got a memory card and put it in there. And I'll go home today and edit these videos. And I bought me a little truck. I bought me a little 1996 S10 extended cab with a 4.3 V6 in it, automatic. And I've got some work I'm going to do to it tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to video any of that. Probably not. Because I'm having the party tomorrow, birthday party for my son tomorrow. So I probably won't video any of that. Sunday I might ride to my dad's. I don't know yet. I haven't made up my mind. If I do, I'll get out there and try to get my, try not to forget my camera and get some videos up of that, of my dad's place and the things that me and him shared and things that was his and this, that, and the other. I've been aiming to do a lot of videos, and I've actually brought my camera with me, but it really doesn't matter because I didn't have a memory card in it, didn't know it till yesterday, but I've actually brought it with me every day this week. I've been so busy, I don't particularly want to record going down the highway, so I'd have to get somewhere and see it, and I'm actually sitting in Memphis now, and I've been sitting here for a while now, and waiting on the directions to go where I need to go, and I thought I would pull it out and do some recording. So I'm going to try to get a little bit more steady pace on these videos. Again, like I said, it's kind of hard to do. If I don't see it anywhere, I pretty much have to pull over to do it, and I don't want to do that because the stuff that I haul usually has a time limit on where it needs to be. So that's kind of hard to do. So what I'll probably do is carry it with me, and then when I'm sitting somewhere, video a few minutes, and then once I leave there and go to my next stop or whatever, I'll try to video a little bit more and maybe add all that stuff together. But anyway, I'm just rambling now. So you guys have a good Friday. Be safe. God bless you. And please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Hit that like button, and if you got any comments or questions, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below, and I will answer them. Anyway, have a good day.